Good morning. I've had a little bit of hiatus from doing these videos for a while, trying to sort out the technical aspect of how to process them and what to do with them, how to get them uploaded. And I have very interesting hair today. So what's going on today is that we've had about 2 feet of snow out there, which is somewhat unusual for us, but always kind of fun for me. My spouse really does not like snow, but I love it. So I rub off a little bit of my enjoyment, and I don't know, just the sheer extravagance of it. How can it be so amazing to have the snow just keeps on coming and keeps on coming? So anyway, I was lying here this morning in my bed, and I was looking up at the skylight, and something happens. I don't know how it happens, but sometimes it happens that there's just a little snow around the edges of the skylight, so it's almost like a picture frame. And I tend to look out of that and see the world through this lovely crystalline frame. And this morning I was lying here and I was thinking, what if instead that's the divine looking in at me, and I'm the picture, I'm in the frame? And immediately that made me consider my actions and my energy state in the moment. How what am I doing right now? If the divine were just looking at me right now, and this is, inside of this picture frame, what picture am I showing? And I felt pretty good about that this morning, because what I was showing was I was doing self-care. I was doing my morning stretches, and I was also sort of meditating, just sort of gazing up and allowing things to flow through. Oh, I keep forgetting to turn that off. Just a second. All right, let's try that again. So in the moment, I felt that I was doing positive things that I could be proud that the divine was seeing. And that led me into thinking how there are different levels or kinds of things that we can do with our lives. And if we broke them down into, say, 3, there would be doing things that are beneficial and expansive. There are doing things that are numbing us out, like they're pretty much, their entire purpose is just to maintain the status quo of ourselves, so that we're not growing, we're not aware, we're not evolving, really. And then the third could be that we are doing things that are actively harmful or detrimental to our well-being, our life, our surroundings. And at the risk of getting a little bit paranoid about the divine, kind of always having her eye on us like Big Brother or something, I found it kind of helpful to consider that in terms of my daily activities. And how much of my day do I spend in, A, B, or C? Ideally, of course, the more time we spend in A, the better, because not only is that, not only does it feel good, but it produces positive results in our lives. It's like everything we do plants a seed for the future. Every thought, every action, every feeling, every phrase or word or sentence that we use in our own minds, or the tapes that we replay in our minds, all of these are planting seeds for the future. So whatever seeds we're planting, that's what we're going to get more of. If we plant positive seeds in terms of doing things like meditating or self-care or expansive, oh, hi kitty, expansive things, then we are going to get the universe reinforcing those things. It's almost like we can say with our conscious mind that we want this, that, and the other thing. We want to be healthy, we want love, we want happiness, say. And yet, when we consistently act contrary to those, the universe, like, how can the universe take us seriously? We couldn't even take ourselves seriously if we were really paying attention. If you say you want to be healthy, but you continue to live in high stress situations and, surround yourself with negative people and keep drinking soda or eating, potato chips, stuff that is not good for you, then if you were paying attention to you would say, she doesn't really mean it. She says one thing, but she doesn't really mean it. And the universe, you can kind of see it the same way. The universe can look at us in any moment and say, what is she showing that she really wants? And whatever that is, that's what I'll give her. Because the universe lives to give us what we want, in a way. It's very happy to give us everything and anything that we actually want. The problem is that we're usually saying the wrong thing. We're usually saying, what I want is to numb out in front of Facebook or Netflix or video games. Or what I want is to, shut down my entire senses inside of myself and do these things that are habits maybe, or, indulgences that they feel like something we want in the moment, even though the long-term consequences are not what we actually desire. So if you look at your life and your actions as if the divine, or as if the universe, the quantum computer, is looking at you and saying, this is what she's saying she wants more of, it kind of changes how we might live a little bit. It's like the universe says, just kind of tests it out. Okay, she says she wants X, Y, or Z. What is she really, acting? Does she mean it? And sometimes we even get tests, when we set up something that's a really powerful impulse. Like, that's enough of this. I'm not going to do this anymore. I want love in my life. I want health in my life. Then the universe, or I want another job. I want a great job that fulfills me and is inspiring and expansive. And then the universe kind of says, do you really mean it? And have you ever noticed that? Sometimes you'll say those things to the universe, and then suddenly you'll get this offer that comes to you, or this, it's like a test. It's like the opposite. An opportunity comes up for the opposite of what you just said you want, but it's so hard to let go of. You know, it'll be a real temptation. And I always feel like that's the universe saying, okay, prove me that you really mean it. And then I'm on board. But for now, I'm not sure you really mean it. So let's test it out. Let's check. Those can be really tricky. Because what they're doing, in fact, is clarifying how much you really want it, you know, and whether you really do want it or whether you're willing to settle for something that's more comfortable and familiar. So I think it's kind of a little bit been all over the place today, but the last bit of it that I wanted to bring forth was that it's not always about doing the most fantastic thing. Sometimes it's about doing unpleasant things as if they're the most fantastic thing. When I was at the ashram in the Kootenays in British Columbia for 9 months, it's a karma yoga ashram, which means that the basis of it is selfless service, or essentially work as yoga. And there was one young woman there who told me this thing that she does, because she used to have to do a lot of things. She was 15, I think, at the time, and 15-year-olds, they want to do what they want to do, but at the ashram she didn't have those options. It was her job basically to do what was given her that day to do. And sometimes she did not like them at all, but that to go into that energy of, oh, I don't want to be doing this, I hate this job, why can't I get something, whatever that is, right? Whatever the story is, and that general energy. Instead of going into that, which is very counterproductive and really didn't fit into the ashram, culture, she decided that she would play around with, what if this were my favorite thing in the world to do? So no matter what job she got, she went, yes, all right, this is my favorite thing to do today. And then she would do it, and her whole energy was so positive and joyful that she actually enjoyed the day and sent the message to the universe that what she wants more than anything, more than being in control, more than being right, more than having her will or whims or desires met, what she wanted most was to enjoy her life and enjoy her day no matter what. Can you imagine what the universe will bring to an energy like that? How the universe, the quantum computer, will meet that program, and what it will plant seeds for in the future. So that's basically what I would like to share with you today. And see if you can't look at your life today a little bit like the divine is watching, and like a movie or a freeze frame of your life and what you're telling the quantum computer to bring you more of. Those are your seeds, and we can plant better seeds in any moment, even if only by changing how we approach our day, how we approach what we're dealt with in this moment. So I hope you have fun with that. It can be really transformative to your whole life to start putting more time into the A column of expansive, evolving, awakening activities and thoughts and feelings and those positive approaches to everything that you're doing. So with that, I will leave you to it, and I will chat with you again tomorrow. I hope you have a lovely, lovely, astonishing, marvelous, extravagant day. Blessed be.